Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Siobhan. So today we're going to organize my Alex drawer. I have one Alex drawer on the right side of my desk. And this is I guess this would be like the desk height drawer because this Alex drawer comes in a different variation. I will be using some containers, some organizing containers that I got from the container store. I will link them. You can kind of mix and match these to come up with the perfect, I guess, combination for the drawers that you're trying to organize, which is what I like about it. I actually had my measurements when I went in the store, and there's like this little table where you can put everything together and see if it will fit. So these are the containers that I'm using, and they were fairly priced for around, I think some were like $5.99, $6.99, and maybe $8.99. But there's lots of combination you can choose if you want to get the ones that are smaller, which are the more, they're not as expensive. So the first thing I did was I cleaned out the drawer, took everything out, and vacuumed up all of the like pencil shavings from my makeup, my eye pencil, and then I wiped the drawer clean. So I started using a little bit of makeup remover because some of it is makeup stains, and it wasn't really coming out. Then I realized I had my magic eraser, which took the rest of the things out. The drawer, I didn't saturate it too much because I don't want anything to happen to, I guess, this type of wood or whatever it's used, but everything came out. So the way how you do these trays is you pretty much kind of put them together. It's like a puzzle based on how many big ones you need in a drawer and the items that you're storing. These are for my makeup and also for my skincare. And you can see I can kind of move them around to create different, like a puzzle. It's almost like a puzzle. So you can use these containers for organizing stationery products, craft tools, jewelry. There's the options are pretty much endless what you can store in these. But if you have an Alex drawer, this is also a good combination because I'm not sure if there's like a set organizing system that fits directly inside of this. And the good thing about these trays is that they also come in a very light green, like a mint green. And there's also like a dusty pink. It's like a dusty rose. So they didn't have all of the sizes in the dusty rose. I was initially going to get that pink color, but they didn't have it, so I ended up getting the white, which is fine. I think it also makes everything looks a little bit better. So I didn't really know where I was going to put everything. I just kind of try to work with what I had and organize it to the best of my abilities. So I did clean off the items with makeup remover. If you're organizing your makeup drawer, I definitely suggest using makeup remover to clean the items off before you put them back, because sometimes makeup can be on our hands when we're doing our makeup and then it transfers to the actual product on the outside. So it's just, to me, makes sense to fully clean them with the makeup remover before you put them back in the drawer. So I kind of organized this drawer like my brushes are on one side. I did get new Morphe brushes from Ulta. They're okay so far. I'm not really a fan of these brushes. It was a set for, I think it was $29.99. I wanted lighter color brushes like pink. But to me, this one is not as good as the Real Technique ones. That's also at Ulta, but you can get it at Target as well. So I may go back and repurchase a foundation brush from Real Technique because the one from Morphe, it's okay. It's not, I'm not really raving over it. I think it's more for looks. And then I organized like my NYX lippies. I really like them. This is kind of like the only brand I found with these subtle colors that is easy, and so I just buy them. I bought like the gift pack one during the holidays. It was $9.99 at Target. So I have those in the bottom left container. Then in the middle container, I have my lipsticks. I have like one Too Faced matte red lipstick. I have my YSL lipstick, which is also red. And I also have my, this is kind of like a neutral pink color from MAC. It's old and I need to throw it out now because, you know, these makeup products, they do have shelf lives, and it's not really good to keep your makeup for a very long time. So I will be getting rid of it after this video is over. And then I have on the top left, those are my lippies that came in the Chanel gift set. Those are they're like shimmery glosses. They're okay. One is my favorite. I'm not a fan of the other two. I may mix it with a different color on my lip. But the thing with, it's like now you can't really wear too much lipstick because of the mask and stuff. So this is why I end up having that lipstick for such a long time, because I really didn't wear it too much. Other things I organized in this drawer were my spray for my brushes, that little pink bottle in the front, right? That's for the makeup brushes, and my setting spray, which were in the back, along with my one eyeshadow palette that I like. It's from Anastasia. And then the next drawer is the skincare drawer. So initially the skincare products were combined with the makeup products in the top drawer. And the other day I just started throwing them in this drawer. So it was never organized. This drawer was kind of like a holding place until I figured everything out and kind of organized it, which I'm doing now. So this is why you see those makeup just thrown in here with all these other things. So I went through all of this stuff after the video, but for the purpose of this video, I just took them out and I moved them one drawer down to this one that just held a couple of paper from probably some tax papers. And I did the same thing. I cleaned everything out and I went through it after to kind of put whatever I needed to put in the garbage and keep the other items that needed to be kept and stored them. And maybe I had to file a couple papers, and then toss the rest of them. I did the same process with the vacuum, and I used the magic eraser with a little Miss Myers just to kind of clean it out and also make the drawer smell nice. And then I went behind that with a cleaning cloth to dry it out. So the containers that I had for this section were smaller. I only purchased one of the really big ones, which I should have purchased at least two. So if you're kind of on the fence, I suggest buying maybe more than what you need. And after you go home and you try to arrange everything, whatever you don't use, you can always return it to the store. So this was my mistake. I didn't purchase enough because I thought I figured it out in the store. But when I got home, I kind of wanted to change it up a little bit. So that's why I keep looking in the other drawer to see if I could take out something and use it in here. But the makeup drawer was so put together, I didn't feel like, pulling it apart to take any one particular piece out of it. So I just made it work with the remaining pieces that I have. And I really didn't think that I have anything too big, but this is the setup. The ones in the back are kind of harder to reach, so I didn't put anything that I draw for frequently in the back section. So when you're organizing yours, you can put things that you least use in the very back. So I started with my serums in the first drawer. I have serums from Bobbi Brown and also from Kiehl's. And then the middle drawer is going to hold like my creams and moisturizers, and the oils where those bottles are on the side. So I do need one of these little containers for cotton swabs. So when I'm putting on my toner, I can just grab a cotton ball from this drawer versus getting up to go get cotton balls every time I need them. And this is just kind of like the idea in my head. I'm grouping similar items together. Like those two big bottles are the biggest items I have. And those are my toners. And my sunscreen is, I put it with the serum section because it just kind of worked there. The other items that I have that are kind of like essential were the oils. I kept them on the right. serums, moisturizer, toner, and this is just my process. My skincare wash is in the bathroom, and my scrubs are in the bathroom, so there was no real reason to have them here in this drawer. So the items that I didn't put back, I either tossed them. There were nothing here to give away or donate, because if I'm not using it, because I've had it for a long time, I don't want to give it to anyone else to use, because if it's not good for me, it's not good for someone else. So quite a few of the things that I had previously in these drawers were tossed out, and I just kept the ones that were good. I do have a container filled with little samples, because whenever you go to the department stores and you buy makeup products or skincare, they give you samples. So I do keep a big container filled with all my samples. For traveling, I carry these sample sizes versus the actual big containers. So this is the finished product. It looks very nice. You see my cotton balls right there, and I love how it looks. This is the aftermath, all the leftover items. Here's one of the sample products that I got from Chanel when I got new skincare. And these are the makeup brushes that I tossed. Even though I am going to replace them, I had to toss them because I had them for a long time. And even though you wash your brushes maybe every week or every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks, whatever frequency you have, the makeup brushes need to get thrown out after a time frame, because we don't really fully get down to the root of it. So I'm going to be using this brush bath. It's from Ulta. It was about $17. And you spray it on your brush. It takes about a minute. Then you can use it as a sanitizer. I will be using that in between the actual washing of the brushes. So everything here went to the garbage. And if there's anything that I need to repurchase, I did. I am planning to repurchase it. So here's one last look, how everything is nice and organized. I love the lighter colors in the drawer, so that's why I changed out the makeup brushes. And this is how the skincare drawer looked. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I will link these containers so you can check them out yourself. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button so you can stay up to date with more videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.